I am convinced that until or as long as Putin remains in power, peace on the European continent will not exist. For 4 times already, Putin has been solving his political problems within the country through aggression. This was in 1999, in 2008, in 2014, and now it has been in 2022. Even if he convinces Russian society that he has won, that will give him a little bit of breathing room, but not much, because the crazy ones in his entourage will feel the taste of blood and are going to press further. And the result of this will be a new war. Now, it is another matter that if right now he manages to win in Ukraine, which I don't believe will happen, but if, hopefully not, then the next war will be on NATO countries' territories, most likely the Baltics. For Russian society, Putin and his propaganda machine will be able to sell the preservation of separate districts of the Lugansk and Donetsk oblasts and the neutral status of Ukraine, irrespective of what it would actually mean. He'll be able to sell that as a victory. On the other hand, the already existing part, aggressive part of Russian society and Putin's inner circle will be satisfied only with the capture of Kiev and the replacement of the power in Kiev. I don't think they're going to achieve that.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is it's about managing expectations. I think both sides should manage expectations about where the relationship can be. I mean, I think there's Pakistan sometimes expects the relationship to be at that level where there was robust dialogue, the strategic dialogue, there was engagement happening, there was assistance happening, there was, and I just think that those days are over. And I think if we can manage expectations to say, look, let's normalize this relationship where we're able to have these dialogues ongoing about a whole range of issues, not just defense and security, not just on Afghanistan, but on commercial issues. But this sort of scapegoating and Imran Khan, the sort of poking in the eye, the visit with Putin on the day of on the day of the Russia invasion of Ukraine. I think these sorts of things that create the sentiment in the US-Pakistan relation, which create this imbalance, right? Where the Pakistanis are seeking something and the US is unwilling to give it. I think that needs to be right-sized.
We are waiting for the Supreme Court to come forward with its suggestions for how to handle the current political crisis, the most immediate one, because that will determine what happens in the next few months. Remember also, and we should mention this, that the IMF program, the $6 billion program, the 7th review of which was underway, is effectively suspended for now. And it is unlikely, if there is a caretaker government, that it will be able to sign on the dotted line with the IMF, because the fund has been reluctant to sign agreements with caretaker governments. They want ratification by an elected government and an elected parliament. So Pakistan can't really afford this gap in receiving IMF funding for the next 4 to 6 months, say.
Part of the democratic process involves the necessity to have the truth of the facts. Of course, sometimes there is space for some kind of dispute about the facts, and people have different opinions. This is part of democracy. But what we are seeing, not only in Brazil, but all over the world, is the spread of fake news. For example, in Brazil, some people used to say that I'm a kind of CIA agent because of my work at the car wash operation that affected the Workers' Party from the left. But it was just a coincidence because the Workers' Party was in power during the corruption scandal. But this is kind of exotic, but it's the kind of thing that circulates through the social media. And well, this should not happen. Even the president sometimes, the candidate, the former president Lula, used to say things like that. So, well, you need to have a commitment with the facts and with the truth. There was John Adams, I believe, who said facts are stubborn things. But in this new age of the social media, sometimes it's difficult to endorse the facts.